Tulsa nonprofit Up With Trees is helping homeowners clean up after last month's devastating storm. Volunteers are going around the city to inspect damaged trees and see if they can be saved. News on 6's Jaden Brannon shows us the efforts to help.
Trees are knocked down all over green country following the Father's Day storm, and while they clean up, some homeowners are wondering if their trees can be saved. Tim Lovell and his wife have lived in this house for 33 years.
We want them to tell us, is this safe? Because if you look right there, you will see our house.
He says, based on what he knows about the lifespan of the trees, it's time that they take a closer look.
Is it time to start evaluating whether or not we need to do something about them? At least we need to be more careful about them and evaluate them year to year.
Lovell called Up With Trees to see if they could help him better understand the extent of the damage. Volunteers visited his home and saw bark skirting on one of the trees and an entire hole completely through another.
The owner couldn't possibly know this tree was hollow. The damage that caused this hollow happened years ago.
Up With Trees volunteer John Corey is also a retired horticulture professor. He says that much of the damage from the windstorm could have started years ago. He also says this summer's tree damage could show up years later.
You can fix your trees, but if there's been a lot of damage to the top, very likely those roots are going to be starved, and as a result, the damage may show up 2-3 years later.
Corey says homeowners should have an arborist evaluate their trees and also make sure tree cutters are making clean cuts on the branches.
If you can professionally manage that damage, the likelihood of the tree succeeding is going to be a lot greater.
Up With Trees is not doing house calls, but you can send them pictures of your damaged trees for them to inspect. In Tulsa, Jaden Brannon, Oklahoma's own, News on 6.